Yo, what's up? And welcome to another episode of Director's Talk. You know, the math in the art community is a tough thing to configure, figure out, quantify, you name it. There's a really hard pattern to follow. But one thing for sure, as an author, whether it's a novel, whether it's a children's book, as an author, by time your third book comes out, your first book starts selling more. You know, it's weird. Like your first book comes out and you're waiting for sales. That just doesn't happen. On the momentum and the hype of doing your first book, you do a second one. And it does better than the first one, but not by much. And you're like, this is kind of discouraging. And then, you know, if you have anything left in the tank, you do a third book and you're out there, you're on your press tour and people are learning more about you. And you look up at your sales and all of a sudden your first book is blowing up. Kind of like YouTube. YouTube is a math I haven't figured out yet, but it's very interesting. As an artist on YouTube, it's different. Some people are consistent daily on YouTube. They have like movie shows, they do interviews, they do live performances. Something I don't care to do. Too much work. And I'm way too busy to have a daily talk show on YouTube. I appreciate the ones that do it. But me doing short films on YouTube, the math is almost the same as an author. Just short of a year ago, my latest film, not documentary, The Lookout, was my best and most viewed film out of everything I've ever done. I'm like, wow, that's cool. It had that noir look. It was a, crime drama, it was a black and white. We had a very diverse ethnic cast, all black, one Latina, and it was a heist film. The music was cool. So probably my best direction to date and probably my best editing effort to date as well. It was a lot of fun and it did well. People loved it. And it had surpassed my first horror film, which is The Comforter. It was number one for a long time. Even my predecessors that came later couldn't beat it as far as views. I'm like, well, you live and you learn, right? Keep making film. So finally, one of my newest films beat that film in views. I was like, thank God, And recently, I was going through my playlist on YouTube, checking some things out, and I looked, you're like, what? The Comforter just jumped past The Lookout by like 300 plus views out of nowhere. You don't know when it's happening. You just stumble across it and you're like, wait a minute. You dropped to number 2. So you don't know who's watching your films, where they're watching your films, what country, day or night. It's really cool. Are they watching them on a laptop? Are they watching them on the phone? But the fact that they're watching a lot, and within the last year, it just jumped past The Lookout, like I said, by 300 plus views. I'm like, wow, this is cool. So, hey, The Comforter claims number 1 again. It's my first horror film. And I guess your first efforts, though they are raw, very amateurish in certain parts, but there's a charm about your first work that people are drawn to. And the better you get doesn't mean people like your films better. Sometimes they like your earlier work, and that's just the way it is. It's the same in music. It's the same in writing a book or a novel. Your first efforts seem to be what people like the most. Well, hey, I'm happy no matter what. Hey, thank you for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends, and more importantly, leave your comments down low. And thank you for watching my films. I truly appreciate it. Peace. You know the routine. Fade to black.